Hey, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another Pokemon Go video. In this video, we're going to be going over why bad IVs are actually better than good IVs in PvP. So for the longest time, we've all been under the assumption that 100% IV is the best you can get in Pokemon Go. However, this is not the case anymore in regards to PvP specifically. And so before we go ahead and get started, if you guys do enjoy this video and like this type of content, make sure to hit that like button down below. And if you are new to the channel, feel free to hit that subscribe button as well. But with that being said, let's go ahead and jump into the analysis. So the first thing that I want to go over right now are going to be the base stats of a Pokemon as well as how the IVs actually affect these base stats. So every single Pokemon has its own individual base stats, right? For example, Mewtwo has an attack stat of 300, it has a defense stat of 182, and it has an HP stat of 214. These are its base stats. Now additionally to the base stats, each Pokemon has its own individual value. These are what's known as IVs. So this actually has a cap of 15 per stat. So for example, a perfect IV Pokemon would have 15, 15, 15 IVs, and therefore it would actually add on to the base stat. So for example, on Mewtwo, its attack stat would no longer be 300. If it had a perfect IV of 15 attack, it would actually be 315. And therefore that is the maximum potential that Mewtwo can have. Now normally this was a good thing, right? But in PvP this isn't actually the case. And we're going to go ahead and dive into that more specifically. I just kind of wanted to cover exactly what IVs are and how they affect the base stats of a specific Pokemon. So now let's go ahead and jump into the CP formula. Now every single Pokemon level has a CP multiplier, which is then multiplied with the base stats plus the IVs of a Pokemon in order to get the total CP. So for example, a level 1 Pokemon would have a CP multiplier of 0.094, whereas a level 30 Pokemon would actually have a CP multiplier of 0.7317. There's a big difference there, right? And I would also like to mention that a level 30 Pokemon is going to be at 90% of its maximum potential. So for a level 40 Pokemon, the CP multiplier isn't going to be that big of a difference from a level 30 Pokemon. It's actually only 0.7903. So comparing that to 0.7317, there isn't a big difference there. And there's a reason for that. I think you guys kind of already know that by now. When you power up a Pokemon, it doesn't really increase that much once you get past level 30. That's pretty much why. It's based off the CP multiplier. And so now that we've gone ahead and started to talk about the potential of a Pokemon, I want to go ahead and expand on this a bit more by going over why this is actually relevant in regards to PvP. So every half level you power up a Pokemon, the potential ends up going up. This means that the attack, defense, and HP all end up increasing. Level 1 to 30 has more of a dramatic increase though, whereas level 31 to 40 doesn't have as much of an increase, and again this is also factored in through the CP multiplier. And so I'm sure some of you guys are still asking the question, how does any of this matter in regards to PvP? So let's go ahead and take a look at an example right now where we have a 0% IV Tyranitar versus 100% IV Tyranitar in the Ultra League, right? So they're going to be capped at 2500 CP. So first we have the 100% IV Tyranitar, which is going to be at 2465 CP. This Tyranitar is going to be at level 22.5. Now, the 0% IV Tyranitar is also going to be at 2465 CP, except it's actually going to be at level 25.5. And while the IVs are definitely going to be worse on the 0% IV Tyranitar, this is going to be completely irrelevant because its potential is going to be 3 levels higher than the 100% IV Tyranitar, and it still falls under the CP limit, right? So this means that its attack, defense, and HP have all significantly been increased because it is 3 levels higher. Therefore, it is going to outperform a level 22.5 Tyranitar. Even though it has perfect IVs, it doesn't matter because the potential of that level 25.5 Tyranitar is going to be significantly greater than a level 22.5. And that is exactly why bad IVs are going to be significantly greater than good IVs in regards to PvP within the Great and Ultra Leagues. As far as the Master League goes, I mean, you're going to want to have the hundos, but in regards to Great Leagues and Ultra Leagues, where it's the most competitive, having bad IVs is going to benefit you a lot. And I also want to point out this is actually going to be mainly useful for Pokemon that have a max CP over 2500. If the Pokemon doesn't even hit 2500 CP or doesn't even hit 1500 CP, this probably won't be that useful to you because, you know, it doesn't really make a difference because you can have the hundo right all the way up there and it's not going to make a big difference, whereas, you know, you have a Pokemon like Tyranitar, maybe Metagross, where they kind of hit 3000 CP, so you kind of want to have the worst IV, that way you can get more of its potential out in the lower leagues. And so with that being said, I hope you guys are able to take advantage of this. Definitely destroy your opponents, destroy the competition using this method. It's going to catch them off guard, right? Because they're not going to expect you to have bad IVs. I mean, something that we have all been doing for the past few years is hunting down those really, really good IV Pokemon. everyone went into PvP. Everyone prepped for PvP with the assumption that good IVs are going to be the best thing that you need in order to do well, where it's actually the complete opposite. You actually need bad IVs if you want to outperform them. So this is definitely something I feel a lot of people are going to be overlooking. So while it's still kind of under the radar, take advantage of it in local competitions and just come out on top, guys. Come out on top. Also, I just want to say Happy New Year's, guys. I know I'm uploading this either on New Year's Eve or on New Year's, so Happy New Year. 2018 was a crazy year for me, honestly. I tried to do my best throughout going to school and stuff. It definitely wasn't easy. I know you guys definitely saw that throughout the semester. The uploads were kind of small, but of course, during my breaks, during my downtime, I want to get out as much content as I possibly can. And I don't really have any goals for 2019, to be honest. I just want to up the quality and consistency of my content. Honestly, YouTube has been very unpredictable. I thought that, you know, some of the videos I put out this year would do better than they did. They didn't, and then some videos that I really was surprised would do good actually ended up doing really good, so I don't know what's going to work out, honestly. I just think my main goal for 2019 is to up the quality and consistency of my content, just deliver you guys better stuff, and, you know, even though I'm going to be going to school full-time, I will try and make it all happen. With that being said, I hope you guys do have a great new year, honestly. Stay safe out there. But if you did find this video helpful and informative, feel free to hit that like button down below. As always, I'd really appreciate it. And if you'd like to see more Pokemon Go content in 2019, make sure to hit that subscribe button for future videos. And I will see you all real soon in the next one.